Right, okay, Fight On The Pier. If you can introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
Yes, I'm Danny, I'm 17 and I play guitar.
I'm Charlotte, I'm 18 and I sing lead vocals.
I'm Jake, I'm 18 and I play bass.
I'm Greg, I'm 17 and I'll try and play the drums.
I'm Sam, 17 and play guitar.
Right, okay. Tell us a little bit about how the band plays a part in your life, how much of a part the band plays in your life at the moment.
A big part.
Yeah.
I've got lots of Fight On The Pier posters in my house. It's pretty cool.
Because you're in the band?
I know, it's because I love us very much. No, it does. I mean, we've just been talking.
No way. No way.
Your bass sounds covered in Fight On The Pier.
We're just coming in front of the pier. No, we've just been talking about rehearsals and everything, how much time they take up in our lives. It's not really a bad thing, apart from when it comes to college and stuff like that. But
Which can't be how.
There's always some pass.
we're practicing about.
So just
we're
things
practicing
like
about,
that.
We're practicing about 9 hours a week at the minute.
So do you find that being in the band makes life a lot difficult, having to try and fit everything else around it?
Yeah.
Not for me, because I'm an adult, so.
Gives you time to chill and do some music.
That's that one out the window.
See, I'm civilised, I've got a job.
It's not like I'm not looking. I am.
I'm at college and I've got a job.
You work in Canada?
It gets hard this kind of like year.
It's getting hard now because their exams are coming up and stuff.
And we're focused on what we want to do and where we want to go with this band.
So we're trying to split ourselves between a million different
Intelligent
tasks.
ones on the left, yeah, look at me.
It's great.
Okay.
In the middle, you're not the work.
Fight On The Pier have now been together for a little over 12 months. In that time, how do you think the band has progressed, and what do you think you personally have got out of what you've been doing over the past 12 months?
I think it's
Well, comparing
this
this
to
time
like
last year.
this time last year. We were at our first gig. It was the 20th of March last year. So last year in a
What
month.
day is it today?
We were at our first gig, and it's just completely different. Like,
Our
it's,
performance
I can't
was-
even believe how much we've come along. I don't think
Yeah.
How do you think it's changed you, or has it changed
we've
you?
all got more confident and that sort of.
I ended up moving out because of the band.
Yeah.
So,
He met my sister. Ah. Yeah, it's just. I think it's brought out the best in most of us.
Oh, okay. What would be your dream for the band? If you could say, right, okay, how do you want this to go? What's your ideal dream for Fight On The Pier?
Festivals and tours. Oh,
little
yeah.
dolls, little big.
Yeah, I want a Barbie doll as me.
Action Man Charlotte.
I think it'd just be
I'll
like
be a wig.
getting
You're a dog.
that big that we go to a festival and when we sing a song, everyone sings it back to us and knows all the words.
And supporting our favourite bands. and
Yeah.
influencers.
I'll say it again.
So, with that in mind, where do you see yourselves being 3 years from now?
If we all stick together and work hard, then
I want to be known.
yeah.
We want to be known as a band.
I can't say it either.
I reckon
No,
people
for sure.
will know the name a lot more.
Yeah,
songs.
hopefully people will actually know the words to our songs.
And selling records and living the dream, is that?
Going in some mood, that'd be nice.
Do you see that as part of a realistic part
People
of
that
your
can hear our
future?
music and appreciate
No,
it.
downloaded.
Jake.
No
No
doubt.
illegal downloads.
Oh.
I think we just like to actually make it a profession rather than just a hobby.
Well, to get there, you're all fully aware of the amount of work that you have to put in to get to the standard that you need to be, and it's a never-ending task. How do you feel about the workload getting heavier, the level of commitment, what's going to be asked of you, and the sacrifices that you're going to have to make to have a chance of becoming successful? How do you feel about that?
Bring it on.
Yeah,
Again.
I think we'd be. I think we'd be quite happy with. If we know we're going to work towards something and get something out of it, we'd all be quite happy with the workload. And I don't think Greg can get much more pressure put on him that he's already under at the minute.
Jake sits on me.
It also gives us something to write with.
Yeah, it gives us something to work for, I think.
Yeah. What about when that work starts becoming oppressive, as it does in any job, any career? There are times when you have to put in a lot of work, and it seems relentless, and it becomes quite heavy. How do you feel about that? How do you think you deal with that?
Oh, we've been there before, but
Well, that's the thing you've got to think. You do get that pressure with any job. It's not like it's just with the band that you're going to get that pressure. You're going to get that pressure whatever you do, really. So you know you're working towards something that you want, rather than a dead end job where you get the pressure and it's like, why am I bothering?
Yeah, I mean, Greg, you're under an awful lot of pressure at the moment with the amount of work that you've got to do for coursework. So how do you feel about the prospect of things getting perhaps even heavier, more pressurised?
It's not really the same as coursework. Coursework's just on and on, pointless. But this would be different. This would be easier.
It's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's more geared to what I want to
That's
do.
your hobby, isn't it, really? So.
Yeah. If I can make a job out of doing this, then I'll be happy.
you get paid for doing what you want to do. Bonus.
But what happens ultimately if you put in all this hard work, you go through all of this, you work relentlessly for what you want to achieve, and you don't achieve it? What happens then? What happens to you lot? Where are you going to go from there?
I've got A-levels.
Yeah, we got nothing. We're screwed. No, I think you've got to think it's not like we haven't achieved anything out of it, because
We've got the
Regardless,
videos,
we've
pictures
got-
of what we've done.
Yeah.
Been successful.
it's I don't think even if we didn't get famous, I don't think we'd split up as a band. We'd still carry on doing what we're doing, really, and having fun doing it. So you can talk
And
now,
doing
Danny.
original music.
You were talking.
And Sam, if you can think you can get a word in edgeways anyway.
Sorry.
No.
Right, and lastly, one last thing. Big smile and a big wave to Ron.
Bye, Ron. Bye.
Bye, Ron. Bye, Ron.
Sam's
John,
standing
what
behind
are you
John,
doing?
looking out.
And hopefully we'll see you soon.
John, what are you doing?
Phone ringing.
Bye.
Right, okay, that's it then.
Here.